And before beginning, I would love to hear from you. If you are seeking financial advice or have questions, I put together a very short survey. The link is in the description, and I'm really interested to hear what your single most important financial advice question is. I have for you folks some great financial advice on how to best use your 401k in retirement. If you're nowhere near retirement or only dreaming of it, then this video will help you understand why 401k is such an important account and how it will help you in life for free. You do nothing. You're able to withdraw from your 401k past a certain age. That is the same for most investment accounts. Your withdrawals are considered income like the income you have from a job if you're working right now. Your income retirement can be a little weird. You'll get it from a bunch of sources like investment accounts, social security, pensions, annuities, and part-time jobs. You're kind of hoping to be treating your 401k account more like social security or an annuity from an insurance company. You're hoping to take slightly increasing withdrawals through time to support yourself and have your living. That's the white picket fence dream, the utopia, the impossibility, constant steady income from some pool of collected and hard-earned resources. Why is this really not possible? Because unlike social security or an annuity, the law of large numbers aren't on your side. You have one account, it's yours, you have to invest it your way and bear the storms. That's really the only beginning of the understanding. Put all that aside for a moment and think about using your 401k in retirement from a tax standpoint. Income is tax. Everyone knows that. Your 401k withdrawals, all the money you've saved up, is worth a little less because you have to go through that tax line with it on the way out. Take a moment to accept that if you haven't already. Even if you're in retirement happily gazing at $1 million 401k account at your brokerage online, then make sure you remember that that money must go through the tax door and is less than that figure. A lot less. You have a lot less money, like 10 to 20% less, maybe more. We'll talk about how to cut that in just a minute, and I'll show you even why coming up with a good percentage to deflate your current 401k money is extremely difficult. Tax in retirement is really difficult. You want to avoid tax. Of course you want to avoid tax. Your income will be lower, probably, but you don't know what your income will be. What? Well, you might know a little bit. If you're already retired or near retirement, then obviously early or near years of retirement will be plannable, but as you look down the line, things get fuzzier rapidly. I mean on a super short time scale, like 3 to 5 years. If you're right now looking 20 or 30 years down the road, then your plans and estimations will be of the roughest variety. You won't be able to accurately weigh in your 401k's contribution other than it will likely be a significant source of your retirement's income. Let's not even stop there. You aren't sure about your income. You aren't sure how much you'll withdraw or have from all sources in 5, 10, 30 years. Oh gosh. You are also, of course, faced with variable tax rates. The error bars on that are huge. In the last 110 years, the top marginal tax rate has varied from exactly 0.0% to 92%. Are you kidding me? Right now, the top marginal tax rate sits in between those numbers somewhere. Average tax rates are a little more consistent if you look back over 40 years, but that statistic really just leads to another complicated and difficult piece of the planning and estimation puzzle. To highlight some of the care that must be applied in looking at your 401k in retirement, think about whether you use the marginal tax rate, average tax rate, or some sort of mix. What does this mean? In retirement, if you're reporting a certain amount that is, say, half of what you report today, then your average tax rate on that retirement income will be lower, and your marginal tax rate will likely be lower. Also, looking forward and discounting your 401k savings and withdrawal income at an average tax rate will make your 401k seem more valuable today. Many people use the average tax rate. They seek the financial advice and opt for an average tax rate to help them plan. But this is kind of wrong. If you have to take Social Security, like if you're past the age of 69, then you want to average in those Social Security checks with your 401k withdrawals. It's because you could donate or pass down your 401k if you die, but that Social Security money will go away and you have to take it right now. The same story really applies with annuities and pension money, which is due to you. Does it really make sense to average it in? On the flip side, you really want to average in your 401k withdrawals with money from a part-time job or some consulting work, because you don't really need that work. That's why you're retired. That part-time income is more marginal than the 401k dollar you're pulling out. Oh boy. Did you see how the money you had to take in right now wasn't really the same thing as this big 401k account? Did you see how a few bucks of late hustle money also wasn't really the same thing? Are you getting any picture of why that matters a little if you're planning? It's no sweat if you don't. Be thinking on it. The whole time with all these calculations and estimations going on, you're estimating trying not to run out of money in the account. Know that this is impossible. Look at this. Equities have downside in the order of 50-80%. Bonds even could dip 50%. Those days will be the worst time to withdraw money. You may want to vary your withdrawals. What you're aiming for is to understand the rules, be aware of the basic math, and make some inkling on those terribly difficult rough estimations. The financial advice always holds that the earlier we think about it, the better. Thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget to fill out the survey in the description if you are after financial advice.